What's up, Cougs? Welcome to another episode of Coug on the Clock. I'm your host for today, your producer, Erick Aguilar, joined by...
assistant producer, Alex Dorfler.
And I'm Gary Dunn. I'm also an assistant producer here.
There we go. As you guys know, we first started off the semester with myself and the director, Alex. He took two of our assistants. I have the other two, and this is the third episode of the semester. Thank you for watching. Today, we are talking Coug basketball, NBA, MLB All-Stars, and then some NFL Super Bowl. Obviously, we have those birthdays too. Let's get into the show. All right, first topic, we're talking Cougar basketball. Starting out with the women's team. Obviously, we're doing very well. We're playing Stanford tomorrow, actually, which is going to be a very tough game. You're working that tomorrow.
I was working, yes. So I'll be working underneath
cool.
I'll be working underneath the hoop, just doing handheld. But yes, we have never beaten Stanford in program history. They are the #2 women's team in the country. But recently, the Cougs have beaten two ranked opponents on the road, so it's very exciting time. It's a very exciting time to be a Cougar fan. Also, if you're going, Zoo Crew, the WSU student section, announced this crazy raffle. I've never seen anything like this at a Wazzu Sports event. So basically, if you get there, game's at 7 a.m. or 7 p.m., and you get there, and every person that comes in, you get a raffle ticket. You write your name on it, and then the raffle, there's a bunch of different prizes, and some of which are an air fryer, a JBL speaker, a Polaroid, a 50-inch TV, Beats, wireless Beats, and then a PS5.
A PS5.
A PS5.
Wow.
A PS5. I think that's the craziest thing.
Are those in stock?
All right.
Yeah, and I think they're more in stock now.
So,
But yeah,
I think I'm gonna
crazy.
go.
Right.
You know what? And you know what? Damn it, we should be going.
Without a
Yeah.
raffle,
Right.
yes.
We got to
Stanford's
support our
the-
Lady Cougs. Obviously, we had two phenomenal athletes on the show last semester. We need to go.
Yes.
We have to go.
Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, I want to see Stanford. Second best
Stanford's
team in the nation.
Yeah, and you know what?
Stanford.
My good friend Sam Taylor, shout out to you, Stam. He gave me a crazy stat today. They have scored, Stanford women's basketball has scored 60-plus points in 22 of their 23 games. So they're, obviously they're one to beat. They're one to beat.
Yeah, wow.
And
High scoring offense.
same thing with the men. We're facing some tough opponents. So we're filming this on the 2nd, which is a Thursday. We play USC tomorrow on Friday. And then on
USC
Saturday.
tonight.
It's USC tonight.
Tonight,
It's
yeah.
tonight.
No way.
Tonight at
It is
8.
tonight.
In 30 minutes.
Holy cow. Well, what are we doing here? They're playing LA. That's
They're playing in
unfortunate.
LA, yes.
Okay. On Saturday, UCLA, another tough opponent. And then back to the Palouse, we are playing UW in another Apple Cup matchup. 3 tough opponents lined up. Obviously, the men's team, we're doing okay.
Yes.
We're doing okay. Not as good as the women's, right? But what are your 2 cents on that? I know you have some.
For me personally, it's just like we're very hit or miss. Like when the rhythm's there, like they just look unstoppable with all the 3-pointers, and then Mohamed Gay with the rebounds, and they're just a very productive offense when they're firing on all cylinders. But there's a lot of times when they're not firing on all cylinders. Like we lost by 10 points to Prairie View A&M earlier this season, and then we smoked Arizona on the road.
Right.
So it's really just been a up and down season, but I'm hoping for when Noah Williams and the Huskies come back to Pullman that it's another WSU blowout. Yes.
Hopefully, yeah. Last time we played UCLA, going into overtime a little bit here, we lost by 1 point in Pullman. That was December over break, so unfortunately, it was an empty barn, as Fish would say. We lost by 1 point. We couldn't score a singular point in about 5-6 minutes. So hopefully, fate will favor the Brave this time and move out the W, but time will tell. On to the NBA. We've been talking about this all day. We've been dreading this. We're all pretty big NBA fans. Let's start it off, Dorf. What are you talking about in the NBA? What
Well,
catches
first,
your eye?
Luka coming off 53-point game, second
Classic.
most in his career. He's carrying the
He is
Mavs.
carrying.
He deserves MVP.
He has to win the
Yeah.
MVP.
This take may sound better in my head, but the shots that he's making, they're like as crazy as like the 3-pointers that Curry makes. Like my jaw drops watching Luka like off balance, like fade away, lefty, like right. Doesn't matter for him. Like when I watch Curry drain like a 40-foot 3.
You know what? That is a hot take and a half. That's a very. I mean, I'm not.
Sounds better in my head,
no,
but
I'm not gonna put it past you. Luka's an unbelievable scorer. Obviously, you know, I did mention this the last time I was on camera. Luka's shots from the floor are 90% unassisted as of a few weeks ago. That could be renewed.
He's creating the shots.
He's creating the shot himself. He's carrying. Jalen Brunson was supposed to be his number 2. Now he's on the Knicks with that 3-headed monster.
Now he's with Dinwiddie.
Jalen Brunson.
No, but now it's
Now
Luka
it's
and Dinwiddie.
Luka and Dinwiddie, who's he's not as good as Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, no.
I mean, let's be real. Luka's carrying the show by himself. He needs a stroller.
Yeah.
He's get him. You need some other weapons.
You think they're gonna trade deadline? Deadline's coming up.
I was just about to say. I realistically don't think so. I think they need so many pieces. It's not worth addressing right now. In other news with the trade deadline, though, Desmond Baines and John Morant with the Grizzlies have just welcomed Danny Green into the locker room with the Grizzlies.
The Green Ranger.
Second team in the West. Obviously, he was shooting pretty foul with the Lakers. Coming off of he was on 76ers.
Sixers.
No,
Yeah, Sixers.
He was shooting great for the Sixers. So, I mean, this already lethal Grizzlies team has just become all the more dangerous. I know we still got a lot of, NBA left to be played, but who do you guys think is winning it all? Just briefly, just a little. We'll throw it out there.
I really can't. I think it's still too early to tell who's winning it all. But one thing that's surprising me is Denver and Nikola Jokic.
Yeah.
Do you know what Nikola Jokic is averaging right now? He's averaging a triple-double, 25.1 points, 11.1 rebounds, and 10 assists. He's averaging a triple-double, and for a center to be doing that, that's just scary.
Yeah.
And with a healthy playoff Jamal Murray, I think they'll be
He just
really
came
good.
back tonight against the Warriors. My Warriors.
Your
I'm
Warriors.
hoping for the Warriors to make a run. They can pop off at any moment. I got them for the NBA
For the
championship.
ship?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always
I'm with
Warriors.
Garrett. It's still too early to decide. With that, let's wrap up that topic. Move on to MLB All-Star Game. So this is where I point like that and let my assistants take over, because I don't know NBA or MLB very well. Yeah. So
so the MLB All-Star Week, it's really exciting. It's coming back to Seattle for the first time since I think I was barely born when it was last year in 2001. Damn. And the stadium had just opened. It was all brand new, and there was a lot of hype around the team with Ichiro. And then that season, we had 116 wins. It was a great time to be a Mariners fan. Mm-hmm. And really, from 2001 till now, one of the biggest high points. We've been close to coming into the playoffs a couple of seasons, but really the only high point for the team was probably Felix Hernandez and the perfect game and his Hall of Fame run. But now the All-Star Game is back just in time for when Julio Rodriguez is also back. And after he just crushed it in the Home Run Derby last year down in Los Angeles, I'm very excited for the Home Run Derby back in Seattle.
100%.
I'm hoping he's going to win it all. If I can't go to any part of All-Star Weekend, the one thing I will spend a ridiculous amount of money to see is the Home Run Derby in T-Mobile Park, excuse me.
That would be incredible.
But,
that would be great.
The Home Run Derby is like the most entertaining part of the All-Star Game.
Yeah.
They need to have, I've been saying it, they need to add a throwing distance contest, put these guys out in center field, set up some targets, let them test the can and see what they can do. I'd like to see that.
That'd be
Run around the
impressive.
bases.
Yes.
Time trial?
Yeah.
Be like an MLB Combine, but among the starters, among the best of the
Yeah,
best.
or like the Pro Bowl,
like skill
games.
showcase.
Yeah.
That'd be impressive.
No, it'd be really cool to see
more fun.
see like all the best base runners in the league. Just try to hoof it all the way from around the bases, or even just from home to first would be super cool to see, because
I'd love
some of
to
those
see
guys
that.
can run like crazy. Like 90 feet is a lot longer than it looks when you're when you're on the
30
field.
yards.
Yeah. When you're on the field, that distance just looks incomprehensible. And if you try to run it, there's just I don't know how people can do this on a daily basis. It's really quite amazing. Yeah. But
I would love to see Cool's bat flip. That'd be cool. That'd be impressive.
There was one website I followed, Pitchers List is what it's called. They did a whole bat flip contest, and they let the readers vote on it, and it was one White Sox player, can't remember his name, but he won it, and he threw the bat up like 20 feet in the air. He just chucked it up there. It deserved to win, but yeah.
And then he hit an ump and got ejected. Moving on to the next topic here. Do you want to add something?
oh no,
No?
we're good. We're
All
good.
right.
We're good. The time's up.
Next topic, the elephant in the room. The Super Bowl is upon us, and obviously we did talk about NFL last episode, but it is the Super Bowl. We have to get our 2 cents in as well. Kansas City and Philly. First of all, did you guys watch last weekend's games?
Yes. It was.
I'm a Niners fan.
I did turn to Dorf when I said that, because he is a Niners fan.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, Dorf?
Well, I mean, that was just disappointing. I don't want to talk about it. It fell apart. Sad seeing Purdy get hurt.
And actually, yeah, very much so.
That is very
Yeah.
unfortunate.
Just, yeah, that game sucked. But I'm rooting for the Chiefs.
Rooting for the Chiefs.
Just
You
for
want
the
revenge.
just for the Mahomes legacy.
Okay.
I think. Yeah.
Okay. You know what? Obviously, I am a Seahawks fan, right? But you love a good sports story like Brock Purdy, coming in, Mr. Irrelevant, last pick in the draft, leading those 49ers the way he did, just to see him get hurt in the NFC Championship. It hurts. It's a good sports story. I will say that. With that being said, I'm glad they're out of the playoffs.
I more want Philly to win just for the videos of what they do to the city after they win, because those fans.
I guess that's
those
true.
fans are like, I'm sorry, like Bills Mafia was cool, but they've kind of settled down. I haven't seen a lot of table crushing videos, but with Philly, every time, regardless of what
just
sport
chaos.
it is, the entire city, like, they have to grease up their telephone
They have to
poles.
grease up the light posts now.
And what's crazy too is that the fans have found a way around it. Like when they won that NFC Championship, they were still up on street posts. Someone ripped like a stoplight down, and like I mean, not for like vandalism and everything, but it's just cool to see like how sports can influence a city, and it's just awesome. No other city celebrates like that.
I kind of am rooting for Philly now that you
Likewise.
say it. You kind of put me on the spot.
Yeah, I
And I
mean-
was mad that the Eagles beat the Niners, but yeah, I'm definitely rooting for the Eagles.
Let's be real. The Eagles aren't underdog here. I love a good underdog story. Let's get some score predictions, starting with Dorf to my left.
I'm rooting for a scoregami, if you
Okay.
know what that is.
Okay.
I want a score that's never happened before. I don't know if there's ever been a scoregami in the Super Bowl, but I think that'd be cool. Yeah.
You have what?
I don't know what the exact
out there.
scoregami. I'm
Throw
going
it
to
out
say
there.
like 31-36.
31-36.
Eagles.
Okay. Well, like I said, I do want the Birds to win. It's not going to happen. Kansas City is going to beat the Birds 42-14. I'm calling it right here.
If you're a man that'll put your money where your mouth is,
Okay.
the Eagles right now are -1.5. They're 1.5 point favorites.
Yeah, okay.
And that's actually surprising to me. So
I-
if I were a betting man and you're that confident in the Chiefs, I'd put money on Kansas City for sure if you're that confident. But they are very. It is a very thin margin for victory. I'm very happy about that. Like, there's not some 7 seed going against a 1 seed, although that would be cool to see a 7 seed go to Super Bowl and win. But this will be an even matched game because the last 2 Philly games have been kind of blowouts. I mean, for their own reasons, with the injury for the NFC Championship and everything, and the Giants being the Giants. But I'm very excited to see. I'm very excited to see a hard-fought Super Bowl and see who comes out on top.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting game.
Do you have a score prediction?
Score prediction. I don't know, man. I think it'd be cool to see a safety in the Super Bowl. I always think it's cool to see a safety in the Super Bowl.
We have seen a series
Yeah.
of
I've
Super
seen-
Bowl.
It was like the first.
48?
Yeah, and it was the
The
first
first-
drive.
the fir-
First
play.
Yeah.
First snap of Peyton Manning against the Seahawks.
Seahawks.
That was the best day of my life.
Yeah,
But yeah, the next best day of my life will be probably my wedding, and then
Child's birth.
whenever the Mariners win a World Series. I'm sorry.
He's gotta put it out there. He's gotta put it out there.
Sorry if my son or daughter watches this in 20, 25 years, but if the Mariners win a World Series, we might be missing a birthday.
That's how it should be. That's how it should be, baby. All right.
Yep. Also NFL though, Tom Brady.
Yes.
Tom Brady
Thank you
retiring.
for reminding me before we
Yeah.
move on. Tom Brady has retired now for the 23rd
Retired.
millionth time. Do we think he's staying out? I think he is.
I think the only way he'll come back is for a contender that needs a quarterback, and there's one team that comes to mind, 49ers. He grew up in the Bay. He always wanted to go to the Niners. I don't see why he wouldn't want to finish his career there
he's
with a
old.
Super Bowl win.
I mean, the dude already
Finish the storybook.
He already lost his wife and kids for 10 games and then losing to the Cowboys for the first time in his career.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what else has he got to lose?
What's he
Sure,
have to
why
lose?
not? Why not?
A man with nothing to lose is a dangerous man.
Tom Brady with nothing to lose is a dangerous man.
You know what? I'll give that one to you. Yeah. All right. Moving on here. Before we wrap it up, of course, we got some birthdays. Most notably, it is LT's birthday. Which LT comes to mind? That's what we were debating earlier. Lawrence Taylor's birthday. Is that tomorrow or Sunday?
It's the fourth. It's the fourth.
It's the
Saturday.
It's Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday, right in the
Saturday.
middle,
I was
right in the
incorrect.
middle.
Both ways.
But
great. Love that.
LT, greatest defensive player of all time.
No question.
Yeah, him. Maybe Ronnie Lott's up there. Biased Niner fan.
Of course.
Yeah.
What other birthdays do we got?
Oh, well, another athlete that you're mentioning today, it's more in the soccer realm, international soccer, but Gerard Piqué, who is he was a standout player for FC Barcelona back in like his prime, but he's been in the headlines recently for the cheating scandal with Shakira. And it just so also happens to be Shakira's birthday today.
Wow.
Which is kind of, I don't know, it's just kind of, it's a very, very weird situation. But yeah,
Right.
we looked up athletes' birthdays, and I was like, Gerard Piqué. He's like, yeah, he shares a birthday with his ex-wife, Shakira.
That's today?
That's today.
That's unbelievable.
That's today.
No way.
That's
Also says here the fifth, Ronaldo and Neymar.
And on the 5th, both
On
of
the
them.
5th.
That's interesting. Wow.
I don't really know.
Birthday
I don't
weekend.
really know soccer, but I know them.
I do,
Big
I
names.
do, yeah, I mean, I've been following my fair share of soccer thanks to my roommate Bryce, but those are two obviously.
Oh, and
unbelievable
Hank
players.
Aaron.
Hank
Hank
Aaron,
Aaron,
of
that's a good
course,
one.
yeah.
Hank Aaron.
Old-time
Baseball
slugger,
legend.
Yeah, baseball legend, of course. Just in case you guys were curious, today is Retief Goosen's birthday. Who, you might ask?
I don't know.
I don't
He's
even
a golf player from South Africa. So I just thought that was worth mentioning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good to know.
Now you know. Mark your calendar. It's the legend.
The pride of South Africa.
Retief Goosen. You heard it here
You had to
first.
click back.
All right. Well, I think that's it for today's episode. Thank you very much for tuning in. Be sure to give us a likes and follow on our social medias. You ready? Write them down. Type them into your computer. Pull out your phone. Okay. You ready? Okay, here we go. Instagram first. Wazzu Sports Network. Twitter. Wazzu Sports Net. YouTube. Cable 8. Look for us under Coug and the Clock. Look for other WSN and obviously other Cable 8 content as well. And check out our merch store. We have some new Valentine's Day merch coming in very, very soon. Maybe, cop a little something for your special someone. And thanks again for tuning in. I am your host and producer, Erick Aguilar.
Assistant producer Alex Dorfler.
Assistant producer Gary Dunn.
Thanks for watching, and like always, go Cougs.
Go Cougs.